Hi, my name's Charlotte. I'm a policy officer at the Women's Resource Centre and I'm going to talk a little bit about CEDAW and why it's important in the UK. CEDAW is the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, and it's basically an international Bill of Rights for women. It was adopted by the United Nations in 1979 and our government signed up to it in 1986. That means that our government has committed to undertake a series of measures to end all forms of discrimination against women, to protect women and to promote equality within all systems in the United Kingdom. And the state is legally bound to put these provisions into practice through international law. It doesn't mean they get any sanctions if they don't do it, but they are legal and they have to be done. The guiding principles of CEDAW are non-discrimination, so not discriminating against women, state obligation, so the obligations of the state to implement CEDAW, and substantive equality. Substantive equality is an important term because it understands that women start off in an unequal position from men, and so we need different things to achieve equality. We have different needs. A key part of CEDAW is that it's solely concerned with the position of women, not discrimination faced by both sexes. In the UK and in the EU we have legislation which looks at gender, so it looks at men and women, but CEDAW just looks at women, so it's really important that we can use it across all areas of discrimination that women in the UK face. CEDAW is the only human rights treaty which affirms the reproductive rights of women and targets culture and tradition as influential forces in shaping gender inequality. Therefore, it can't be culture and tradition that's used as an excuse for women being discriminated against. That's not an excuse and it must be tackled. CEDAW is very broad. It covers all issues that impact on women, all discrimination against women. So it's a really useful tool that women and women's organisations in the UK can use to make sure we're not experiencing discrimination, and if we are, that we can do something about it, and the government will make sure that they commit to their international obligations under CEDAW. We're currently in the process of producing a shadow report which will go to the UN CEDAW committee. That's going to cover all issues that impact on women in the UK at the moment, all discrimination, all inequality issues. As part of that process, I'll also be going to Geneva on the 22nd of October to talk to the UN committee and give them an update on the issues affecting women and what's happening in the UK at the moment, and lobby them to ask certain questions of our government to make sure that they're responding correctly and that they're going to do things in the future to ensure discrimination against women ends. It's good timing for me to be in Geneva on the 22nd of October, as on the 24th of October is the UK Feminist Lobby of Parliament. We'll also be there talking about CEDAW, talking about the issues that we're sending to the UN and making sure that those issues are raised with MPs in the UK as well. So we hope you'll join us there and that you'll stay in touch and find out more about CEDAW and how you can use it in the UK to protect women's rights.